In the grand cinematic saga of Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, each member plays a vital role. Max Weinberg brought the thunder. Clarence Clemons delivered the fire. But it was Danny Federici, the Phantom, who provided the atmosphere, the soul, and the shimmering glow that turned working-class poetry into musical magic. His organ, glockenspiel, and accordion weren't just instruments. They were the emotional undercurrent of Springsteen's most enduring songs. Born Daniel Paul Federici on January 23, 1950, in Flemington, New Jersey, he was drawn to music early. By age 7, he was already studying classical accordion, a background that would later infuse his playing with subtlety and nuance. As a teenager, he was captivated by the sounds of jazz, soul, and rock and roll. He met a young Bruce Springsteen in the late 1960s when both were playing the Jersey Shore bar scene. They clicked instantly, not just as musicians, but as creative soulmates. Federici became a founding member of what would become the E Street Band, and his contributions were immediate and unmistakable. On 1973's Greetings from Asbury Park, NJ, Federici's organ lines danced under Springsteen's lyrics like wind on the shore. By the Wild, the Innocent, and the E Street Shuffle, his style was fully in bloom, equal parts jazzy flourish and baroom gospel. But it was on Born to Run, 1975, that Federici's playing found its way into rock immortality. On songs like Jungle Land, Backstreets, and the title track, his organ swells and piano lines added cinematic depth. He was a painter in sound, coloring the edges of Springsteen's street dramas with just the right hue. Whether adding haunting melancholy or exuberant brightness, Federici had an uncanny ability to elevate a song's emotional core without ever drawing attention away from the story. His glockenspiel became a signature sound on tracks like Born to Run and Hungry Heart, lending a nostalgic, almost magical tone to songs that became anthems for generations. It was Danny's notes that lingered in the air long after the amps had cooled. His touch was light, but his impact was permanent. Federici wasn't flashy, he was fluid. While some keyboardists sought solos, Danny sought feeling. His playing was rooted in support, in service to the song. His accordion work on tracks like 4th of July, Asbury Park, Sandy, and American Land tapped into folk traditions and working-class heritage, grounding the E Street sound in a uniquely American texture that was part rock, part roots, all heart. As the E Street Band evolved through the decades, Federici remained a constant, whether on massive world tours or studio recordings. He brought warmth to the starkness of Nebraska, joy to the darkness of the river, and weight to the urgency of the rising. He was the quiet alchemist turning simple chords into emotional gold. In 2007, Federici was diagnosed with melanoma. True to his nature, he fought the illness with quiet strength, continuing to perform as long as he could. His final appearance with the E Street Band was in Indianapolis in 2008. When Springsteen introduced him, the crowd erupted. And when Federici played, the air seemed to pause, just for a moment. Danny Federici passed away on April 17, 2008, at the age of 58. His death was a blow to the entire Springsteen family and fans around the world. At subsequent concerts, Springsteen honored his memory with dedications and performances that turned grief into celebration. 10th Avenue Freeze Out would never be the same without the big man and the Phantom. Federici's legacy isn't just in the records he helped create, but in the mood he gave to every chord. He was a master of restraint, an artist who could make a crowd weep with a single organ swell. He was the sound of dawn breaking over the Jersey Turnpike, the shimmer of light in a rainy baroom, the soul behind the stories. In a band built on muscle, Federici was the breath. In a sound built on grit, he was the grace. He didn't chase the spotlight, he lit the path. And as long as Springsteen's music echoes through car speakers and concert halls, Danny Federici's phantom glow will always ride along.